So yeah, I'm gonna continue the quick Ace Attorney Chronicles. But yeah, I'm definitely totally not finishing it tonight because I am starting the game at 9. I was oh my gosh. That's on me though. I started the stream like 40 minutes late. At least at least I finished Sherlock Holmes chapter 1. It's done. It's good. We're done with that. We can relax with that one. Like, what is it? What is it with me? Like, I want to stream long games, long games. All right. Let's see here. Last time we left off, oh yeah, we were talking to this himbo, or Daddy Sholmes. Ace Attorney, baby! Why don't I stream Phasmophobia? Oh my gosh! Okay, so if you are in my Discord server, I posted a bunch of clips, Phasmophobia clips, because it wasn't planned. I wasn't planning on doing anything on Thursday night, but then I saw Mags playing Phasmophobia with a bunch of other friends, and I was like, she was streaming it, and I was like, wait, no, let me join. I want to play some Phasmophobia with y'all. And they had like one spot. They had only one spot left, and I took it. So I never thought that Phasmophobia. I mean, Phasmophobia it came and it went. I didn't think that people would be interested in watching me play Phasmophobia, but I guess it would be. It's just that I am not as scared of Phasmophobia as, other horror games. Like I'm over level 700 on Phasmophobia. There's nothing in this game that can scare me. At this point, I'm just screaming, for fun. But you saw that. Yeah, I stream Phasmophobia once. Oh, thank you so much, Blue. You've never seen a playthrough before of this game, or Phasmophobia? I swear, if you call him Daddy Holmes one more time, I didn't call him Daddy Holmes, okay? I call him Daddy Sholmes. There's a difference. You heard a couple of screams. I was laughing, okay? At one point, I was like, I only had a USB flashlight, like a UV flashlight, and I didn't have the other flashlight. And I was like stuck in this room. I was like turning in circles for like what seemed like forever. I couldn't find the door. I was like, where am I? I can't find the door. I'm stuck here. That's what you were all like hearing, okay? Anyway, so whatever, just don't call him that. Or what? And what? Anyway, so is there a way to do a recap of this episode that is short and sweet? So if I recall correctly, there is this guy. He's a fellow Japanese, and he kind of looks like he looks at a little bit creepy. Like he keeps like dancing in these different poses, like he's a runway model or something, like he's doing a photo shoot. Who got thrown in jail People suspect that he is. The police suspect that he is the one who stabbed this lady on the street randomly. He was the only one there. He was just walking and just saw this lady like fall, and she had a knife in her back. And he flipped. He panicked and he just ran to his apartment, which is this dump over here. Like, good God, like, can't you, like, clean up after yourself? God damn. Anyway, so Herlock Sholmes, apparently there was like a police guy and another person, we haven't met them yet, who are witnesses and saw this guy flee. And Herlock Sholmes managed to trace the guy, and so they put him in prison. They were like, oh yeah, he totally did it. But Herlock Sholmes is like, there's more to this. I don't think he did it. So we are the one who represents the other dude, the guy in jail, and we're gonna try to defend him and find out who actually killed that woman. A couple of things you need to know, okay? In this household, Ryu is a usurper, okay? Ryu got the title of an attorney, even though he should be the assistant, really. He should be the assistant. Why? Because my good girl over here, Susato, should have been the attorney. Okay, why is she the assistant? Sexism. And this is the guy who is in jail and suspected of killing that woman, the victim. And this daddy over here, who looks like a vampire, like a old vampire, while he is the... Oh no, Lord Chief Justice, no, never mind. I don't want to hear about this. Professional model is in prison. Wait, he's not here yet. We only have our himbo over here. We have Iris Wilson, who is supposedly the Watson to Herlock Sholmes. Where is our vampire prosecutor? God damn it, he's not here. Well, I believe I've told you all I know I can now. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruto. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of the law? You remember that, did you? Who are these people? Sorry, I'm noob to this game. So we are playing as... Oh. Hold on. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. So we are... okay, you can't see me, but I am Ryu. A Japanese student who is in Great Britain to learn law and bring it back to Japan. Like, bring some tips to Japan. Susato here is my assistant. She's traveling with us and helping us in our job to be a lawyer. This is the person we're defending. And this is our... I was gonna say it, but I'm not... in respect for Blue, but you get 5 minutes from me. Herlock Sholmes, himbo, our husband, Herlock Sholmes, and you'll see why. You will see why. He's gonna help us as well. I'm not sure on what grounds. Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Yes! Herlock Sholmes. He's better than Sherlock Holmes in every possible way, okay? He's better than the real Sherlock Holmes in every possible way. I just say you just hate him for fun. Oh, I can gush over him all I want. Are you sure you want me to gush over him? Because I've only said like just the little surface of what I would say. He has a nice character design. He is pretty, but also like pretty. He's very arrogant and very pretty, but also like a little bit simple. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm here to help him. I'm here to help my husband over here. Very well, and I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Natsumi didn't do it, did he? Oh yeah, my guy Ryu over here still is not sure if his client is innocent or not. My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room. And there were witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. This is all I can say. And one more thing. Always have you questioned how you became a detective? Listen, if Tino Balducci can do it, so can him, so can you, okay? The standards are very low. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? Tell us. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to the case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Mr. Garabet is... Mr. Sholmes said as much before actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruto, as yet our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsumi's innocence? No, you're right. Aww, Nightbot! Nightbot knows what's up. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garabet's secret. Oh, are we gonna torture someone? Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruto. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Wait. So, is there anything else that I can look at here? Wait, does that mean... Is that it? Can I talk to you again? Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Yes, so true. To be or not to be. That is indeed the question, Mr. Naruto. To be or not to be brushed off, that is the question. And the answer is all too clear. Let's leave Mr. Sholmes in peace, shall we? Aww, okay. I guess that's all there is. Okay, I think we have to go back to prison. It seems like we can meet with Mr. Natsumi at the moment. Oh. He's being briefed about his appearance in court tomorrow, apparently. I see. Yes, the trial's only a day away. Alright then, let's come back later. Yes. I really hope he's not answering any more questions with inappropriate textbook answers like, yes, I do. Okay, well, I don't know where else. Oh! Okay, this is where I was supposed to go. I hate this name, Gary Deb. Like, I keep saying Gary Bed. Because Gary Deb is like so difficult to say. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forget his name, still hard at work down there? Mr. Herlock Sholmes? Ah, yes, rings a big bell. All that detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his little element down there. Good, jolly good show. Another cup of tea if you please, Joan. Oh, she's gonna burn him. Now then, why don't you tell me what— Ah! For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch what you're bally well doing? I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir. Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave, if you'll be so kind. Oh yes, of course. We are deeply grateful for all of your assistance. Not at all, not at all. Don't get much talk. No, don't get much chance to talk to young foreigners like yourselves. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all that. Perhaps you could see yourselves out. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Gary Deb is hiding something, and since no other avenues of investigation seem open up to us at the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. Well, he asked us to leave. Are you sure you want us to— Oh! Oh, hi! Are you, what are you doing? Are you trying to do some workout over there? Ah, what's he doing over there? Mr. Sholmes? Ah, we meet again, my dear fellows. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Herlock Sholmes, sir, at your service. Whatever were you doing over by the window? I'm given to watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madame. Yes, sadly, cheerful as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, it lacks an aperture for such observation. So I took the liberty of borrowing a small corner of space by the window up there. Okay. Well, keeping an eye out to one's windows at dusk is a prudent thing to do in London, I'm gathering. Ah, and one other thing, Mr. Naruto. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need of a certain great detective's great find. Oh my gosh, oh, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. This is the part that I prefer the most. The part where he explains and we correct him. That's my favorite. Wait, he's not talking about Izzy. I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon. Do you mean Mr. Sholmes? There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial trifles. I take it you're prepared, Mr. Naruto. I think so. There is just enough time for one of my greatly admired great deductions. Let us conclude the matter before dark. Mr. Gary Deb, though it would seem you're a military man of considerably distinguished service, your standing as a landlord is more certainly not what one might call first-rate. Huh? I mean, are there any landlords that are first-rate? I mean, I'm not... do they exist? Good landlords? I don't think so. I'm afraid, sir, but it's all too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you are concealing the presence of ferocious beasts in your care. And the second is that as a result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. Mr. Naruto, look! The old man is broken out in a cold sweat. Unbelievably, it seems Mr. Shome's conclusion are both spot on. How could you possibly... How could I possibly know, you mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For in the dense jungle of logic and reasoning, I am the king of beasts. And I know only too well that wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh my gosh. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Oh, because of these broken stuff? Well, it could have been a human. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might this beast take? As for men with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly candid. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garadeb, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast has been run rampant here. Is revealed by that lion statue. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposed at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What is this piffle, I ask you? In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living, breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. What? Not a lion? In this apartment? What? Yet, living with such a wild beast proved more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Where could this angry creature have disappeared to, madame? Me? I pray you do not consider me unchivalrous, but it's plain to me with one glance in your direction. It is? Your dress pocket gives us a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For protruding from it is a handbill advertising a circus show. Ah! Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garadeb, at Batty's Circus, a traveling show currently sojourning in a nearby park. I have observed the tents. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. I most certainly did not. I believe I have made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. I don't know, I don't know, Sherry. I don't know. Aftermath, oh my gosh. Now, Mr. Gary Deb. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, in that life pose, the distress this loss has caused you is very tangible. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that supporting arm. Amid fits of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you is clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man! I simply... But what we must now ask ourselves is the true cause of this pain. Oh. And we need to only to follow the direction of your gaze to find the answer. Yes, it is a pile of bills that have given rise to the pain you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. For cartloads of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has had a devastating impact on the financial circumstances of your household. And so you had no choice but to let it go. Yes, one arm. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last imaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I am not mistaken. Oh dear me! What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Ah! This time, madame, I'm afraid it's you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has settled upon the answer very neatly indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we need only to look at the Tower of Cakes. Ah! There's no creature more dangerous on this earth than a beast with an unsatiated appetite. Was it, or was it not, once said by a certain nobleman, if they have no bread, let them eat cake. Food is at the heart of all tragedy, in fact. Whatever do you mean? Having tired of the taste of the cake, the beast began to stalk its next prey. I'm sure I need not spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There's only one logical conclusion. Worked into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the carpet. The teeth marks in the carpet are a perfect match with those of a lion I once saw in India. Okay. Solve the mystery. There's a lion. The lion did it. It's a lion. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deductions of this beastly puzzle. What's the matter with you, Joan? You're pouring Scaldahotty all over me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gary Deb. I'm afraid I didn't notice. Not a lion doing all of this. My deductions can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Indeed, my revelations can make people spill tears at times too. Oh. Mr. Sholmes, sorry to butt in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Mr. Naruto. What is it again? Well, your deductions just now, do you really think a lion could have fit inside a room of this size? Indeed, it is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth, all that all too often lies beyond the realms of common sense. Would it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well? But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garadeb and his mate would have been hurt or worse. Ah, that's where you are stuck. No doubt the former military man held his own against the beast using that large cannon. I thought you said that he sold the lion to the circus. And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea. Ah, my dear Sato. It occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Oh my gosh! Exactly! It doesn't matter if the creature is a lion. As soon as you set foot in England, you gotta sit down, put your little finger up in the air like that, and drink some tea like that. Oh, what a glorious notion! Well then, Mr. Naruto, it's your turn to shine again. I had a feeling that was coming. A slight massage, that's all Mr. Shob's deduction indeed. You can do it. Excellent. I've been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruto. We don't even know yet or not if this is going to help Mr. Natsume's case. Still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. At least, that's what I want to believe. Let us start again. From the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Oh my gosh. Here we go, here we go. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see that a fearsome beast has been on the rampage of late within these four walls. Okay. Oh. Yeah, so he's looking this way. Is there okay. How do I oh finally. I really didn't see the lion thing coming. No, but if you observe Mr. Garadeb's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok here in this room. Yes, something with a very fierce nature. But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India. So what is it then? We must follow Mr. Garadeb's gaze. Okay, why am I explained to this again? Like, I've played the first 3 cases. I'm a senior detective now. I know how this works. You don't have to tell me what to do. This will lead us to the true answer. Okay, can I... Wait, is that it? I cannot... Oh, okay. I have to use mortal shells. Oh, I want to see what else is in this room. Yeah. Photograph frame. It has to be the mortar shells. These are shells for the cannon, are they? What a strange place to keep them. I imagine they have some kind of significance to Mr. Garbett from his time in the army. Ah, of course. He mentioned about to us before, didn't he? Do you remember? He said that he has been shot in the knee. Perhaps it was one of them that hit him. If a round that size had hit his knee, there'd be nothing left of it. Or Mr. Garadeb, for that matter. Mr. Sholmes has a Persian slipper, and this man has spent shells. Perhaps it's customary to bring to display rubbish on the mantelpiece. Oh my gosh. Is there anything? What's this photograph? Oh my gosh. Wait. That is not a human. But is it? Wait, hold on. This is kind of weird. Is this a baby? It appears to be from Mr. Garadeb's wedding. Wait, is that really is that an adult? No, wait, hold on. He looks very happy, doesn't he? He does, but you can make out this bride. His bride. No, how unfortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face. I wonder what happened. Probably not the best to delve too deeply there. The glass is broken, so can't see the bride's face at all. But no amount of cracks could hide a woman's plump form. I think powerful would be kinder than plump, Mr. Naruto. Yes, she certainly looks at that. There are a lot of horsepower there. Not someone you'd want to upset, that's for sure. Oh look, have you noticed her wedding ring? It's very large, isn't it? Yes, that's an unusual design. It looks like some sort of embellished sunflower. Oh, okay, hold on.
Take that!
Newlywed bride? Is it for real? The true nature of that beast the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruto. No other explanation could possibly fit. Okay, here Mr. Sholmes coming in and being like, oh yeah, there's no other explanation. Dude, you thought it was a lion. Yes, this framed print pictures your wife, Mr. Garadeb. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, can't you just take the photo out of the frame? Wouldn't that solve the problem here? We can still make out her mighty arms and note the considerable horsepower they must contain. Oh, indeed. Surely any woman of such a powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. Honored might be stretching a point. Too late, the fact remains that the beast, whichever so clearly savaged this room, was your wife, Mr. Garadeb. Yeah! Chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... Yes, when you look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared to? Madam? Me? I pray you do not consider me Oh, we already read this. I already read this. Oh! The poor, fragile, defenseless woman is beside herself. Well, I don't know about fragile. Oh dear. Anyway, Mr. Sholmes is quite right. There's no sign of Mrs. Garadeb anywhere. But it seems there may be a clue to her whereabouts. A clue that this beast is trying to hide. I wonder where Mr. Garadeb's wife could be. Look, what if it's her? What if it's her? I'm just saying. Maybe this is a king. I look into this? That certainly does appear to be a circus handbill poking out of her pocket. Buddy's Circus, currently performing shows in a park not far from here. You don't think... Surely Mr. Gerda didn't sell his wife to the circus. Mr. Naruto, how could you even think such a thing? I was only joking. Hold on a sec. Besides, I would have gone with, do you think he fed her to his pet lion? That's somehow worse. I don't think it's that. What about the teapot? What a charming little teapot! And it's in pristine condition. Jonah has been pouring some delicious fragrant tea from it for Mr. Garadeb, hasn't she? Well, not so much for Mr. Garadeb as on Mr. Garadeb, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't dream of drawing attention to it. Two tightly shut eyes to avoid even the chance of a giveaway glance. Pursed lips to prevent any secrets from slipping out. Rounded cheeks to deflect any abuse that might be hurled her way. Yes, this is an unnervingly powerful woman, Mrs. Sato. It's your turn to phrase that's... It's your turn of phrase that's unnerving, Mr. Naruto. I'm gonna say it's her. I'm gonna say she's the one.
Take that!
Oh, wait! Oh no! I'm not even sure if I should voice this. It's impossible to believe it could be true, yet for some reason, the thought came into my mind that this serving maid is in fact a mighty goddess of destruction. What spectacular contrived logic led you to this mindless conclusion? Oh well, it's supposed to be logic and reasoning spectacular, so I thought I'd contribute to the show. This is my show, Mr. Naruto. Kindly perform any peculiar experiments on your own stage. Sorry. What is it then? I feel as though she's very nearby. Oh my gosh, so it's not the maid. Damn, she got... did she really slap him? She really did just slap him in his face. Can I look at the stuff here? No. Certainly, she did not hide it in the teapot. Does the teapot? Could it be the teapot? I don't know. It's not her. Surely it's not. Oh my gosh. So the only other place I haven't that I could think of is the teapot, but I don't know how. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna try it.
Take that!
Oh no! Okay, it's not the teapot. Years ago, I read about a pot like this in a book. It was an old Arabian tale. Inside the pot was a genie who once unleashed, wielded the power to destroy the whole world. What precisely was... Oh my gosh. Just following the natural progression of deduction, sometimes the truth hurts. Well, the truth is you do not have a turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt? Yes, a lot. Oh my gosh, wait. I'm stuck. Where is she? Oh my gosh. Why am I having so much trouble with this one? So can't possibly the pocket. I'm so confused. Is there anything here that I could look at? I can't look at this guy or anything. There's nothing. I absolutely have no idea what to look for. The only other place that I could find is her pocket, but...
Take that!
No, it's not that! Oh my gosh, why am I doing so badly? The circuit wire poking out from your pocket is compelling evidence that you have a connection with to the beast we seek. Evidence that cannot be ignored even if I want to. Are you quite concentrating? You've identified exactly what I did originally. Yes, so I have, sorry. Well, I do understand, as inimitable as I am, people do like to try. But you won't make a great detective like that, not even a great detective's assistant. An assistant's assistant then? Alright, I'll think again. What? Oh my gosh, I'm stuck! Oh! Where the fuck am I supposed to look at? Is there something like her ears maybe? Well, it's not made, that's for sure. I'm looking everywhere. It's so... Oh my gosh, it's... I just don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh, will I... Oh my gosh, I don't want to look it up, but we could be here for a long time. We could be here for a very, very long time. Because I have to step off. Yeah, you have to step off for a bit. Thank you so much, Somber. It's okay. When you're back, I will still be in the same. Yes, I'm stuck. Could you look up? Okay, I'm at the part where I'm supposed to find out what reveals Mr. Gerardev's. I could look it up. I know where I am exactly. I guess I could look it up, but I'm so confused. I checked everything, every corner. So, okay, so, oh wait, oh my gosh, hold on a sec. Oh my gosh, I couldn't see it because of this stupid, oh my gosh. The wedding ring! Oh my gosh! Can you look at the necklace? I tried, but let's see. See what this thing over here? It keeps like popping out. But so I couldn't see the ring over here. Sometimes, like this, it covers up. I had to like really go over here to see under. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Candy, for helping me. So the fucking red wedding ring is right there. I had the right idea. The maid is the wife. She's wearing a very large ring, look. Oh yes, a sunflower design with some rather nice embellishments. And it's on the ring finger on her left hand, which means surely a wedding ring. I don't... Okay, how did the wedding ring, like the wedding finger, like where is this coming from? I was like, wait, but people wear rings all the time. Like, how do we know the difference between a wedding ring and like a regular ring? I never understood the whole like on, oh, this is the wedding finger, so you put a ring on it. That's your to show that you are taken or something like that. I'm like, but who chose that finger though? It looks like it's on there for lives too, so I can't imagine it would slide off a finger of that size. That's something to think, Mr. Naruto, not to say. Do you know Mr. Garredeb's wife in the photograph had a ring very much like this one? The maid beat her ass and took it from her body. Okay, so the wedding ring has to be on the left. So so the it cannot be the one on the right hand. It has to be the on the left hand, the pinky. Okay. So you have to put your regular rings everywhere else. Okay, gotcha. I just don't know where it was coming from. It was a large sunflower design as well. Really? You have a great memory for these things. We literally saw that photo like 2 seconds ago. What are you talking about, Ryu? Large sunflower wedding ring. It's quite a coincidence that they have the same ring, isn't it? Okay, game, you're making me... game.
Take that!
Come on. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue as to the peaceful current whereabouts. Ah! Indeed it does! That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. For it is identical to the one shown on the hand of Mr. Garredeb's bride in this photographic print. He married his maid? Or he married her, but she's acting now as his maid. You've been told that the wedding ring goes on the ring finger because there's a vein in that finger that runs directly to your heart, but I don't know. I don't know if it's true. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. Well, yeah. I don't know if it's true or not, but the reason why makes sense. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No. Did he really like make his wife his maid? I have some problems with this. Like, dude, like, she's your wife, not your maid. Although there are some couples where they are into that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna judge, but in general, your wife is not your mama or your maid. You're Mr. Garredeb's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garredeb herself. Oh my word! Well, jolly fine detecting, sir. As you rightly surmise, this is my wife, yes, my Joan. Rather let herself go, you might say, as she was falling. It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. Is this maybe he is broke? He can't even afford a maid, So his wife is pretending to be the maid so he could look cool to his friends. Maybe maybe that's what's happening, but I don't like that. I will assume therefore you have insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's alright, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man has his pride, don't you know? By golly, it's a sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judged. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considerate opinion, such concerns about appearances are a folly. You mean Mr. Garabed has his wife work as his maid? That is so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Imagine like you were watching Downton Abbey, but all of the staff, all the servants and everything are members of the family. Oh my gosh. Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Garde? Only in company, obviously. But listen here. This must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please! Oh my gosh. Those were the days where, like, people cared about whatever shit neighbors thought of them. Like, oh my gosh, I'm not high society if I don't have at least one staff. Dude. How come how come he doesn't have any more money anymore? Like like he said, he was like a lieutenant in an army. Then wouldn't he have more money? You're gonna be snitching? He's gonna be snitching. Now, Mr. Garden. Okay, so for Formidable Beast, he was thinking about his wife. I have some problems with calling the wife a beast. Oh! Mr. Shom is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garadeb's wife a beast. I have some problem with that, Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Richmond's fucking the maid. Oh my gosh. You open the window, you're like, guess who has a wife but made her his maid? Guess who? Oh my gosh. Yes, as a woman, that feels rather uncomfortable. But Mr. Garadeb is standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he? Oh, how true. Oh, so perhaps that supporting arm that seems to be propping up his head has some other significance then. According to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Garadeb's pain is tangible though. What could... Oh, extra, read all about it. Oh my gosh. Imagine being the town crier back in the day. You had to go out every morning and yell, extra! What could that post of his really signify? Okay, let's make sure that we check everything. Oh. That's a very large pipe, isn't it? Yes, and anyone who has something that size hanging out of his or her mouth of a regular basis is sure to have a serious chin like Mr. Garadeb's. But what's that white binding around it all about? I hate it when it like it like the thing underneath appears. Oh, the slap cheek, of course. Oh my, look at that bright red mark. Gosh, that's quite something. And clearly made by somebody's hand. Yes, Mr. Garrett has been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't be thinking about this, but like I've never done this before, but I wanna feel I wanna like slap someone hard, like just know the feeling of slapping someone hard in their face. I don't know. I feel like it would be sort of satisfying to like slap someone across the face. Is it just me? Like I don't want to hurt the person. I just wanna slap someone. You know? I've never seen such a clearly defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing. Wow, there's a limited number of candidates, I'd say. I will prevent.
Take that!
You give full permission? Oh, you volunteer? Oh my gosh, Blue, are you sure? Because if I'm gonna slap someone, I'm gonna slap the shit out of them. Like when my hand comes and just like touches your face, like your whole body is gonna fly up in the air. That's how fast the slap is gonna come and how powerful it's gonna be. Don't think I won't cry afterwards. No, I'm telling you, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it well. I wanna give such a powerful slap that it's gonna resonate all throughout the country. People could hear, like from the other side of the country could hear that slap. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulder. The pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. Looks to me like she did that because goddamn, that left a mark. Until you have my consent. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refuses to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garrett? Well, yes. You have been desperate to hide that slap mark on your cheek, sir. That's why he was like... That's why he didn't show his other side of his face until now. How the blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from you. Put that on your bucket list if we end up meeting in real life. Oh my gosh. Imagine I'm on a plane and I'm flying like on top of your house and I jump from the airplane with a parachute. Like with the parachute I fly down right in front of you and then I slap your cheek. Like you're looking up here and then my hand like the hand of God just comes down and slaps the slaps you. And that's how we meet, like BAM. Let us proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such a violent slap? In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Madame Garrett to fly into a rage. And we need only to follow the direction to the gaze Which is not the Bills. It's not the Bills. Oh my gosh, Candy, are you cheering because someone is gonna get slapped? Oh yeah, so police. I witnessed a crime. What is it? What is it? My good man, tell me all the details. Where did the crime happen? Oh, in this guy's courtyard, sir. Someone jumped out of a plane with a parachute and then slapped the shit out of him. Like for absolutely no reason. Did Mr. Scholes say that the bills were all for the line fodder? Yes, but now that we established that the line never existed, which can only be that the thing responsible for gobbling up all that food was Mr. Gerda's wife. Mr. Naruto, she's a person, not a thing. Yes, well, she's also a person who gave her husband a mighty slap round the face. One so hard that he left a perfect hand mark, in fact. Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such a force, I wonder? Maybe he gave her permission. Maybe she wanted to slap someone and it was on her bucket list and her husband's like, oh, for our anniversary you get to slap me. I'd love to know the answer to that question. Ooh, okay, wait, what is that? Oh, someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's a bookmark here, look. Mr. Gerdev is clearly an avid reader. Oh, there's some lip prints over here. Ooh. Call me. Here's my number, call me. I don't think this is a bookmark. Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Uh-oh. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Uh-oh. And look at next to the signature here. Lip marks made with lipstick. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. James! Not my James! Cheating on this woman with another woman? Not cheating on that poor woman who had to act as his maid. Jimmy!
Well,
Jimmy!
just as I thought. Trash.
You have a good woman who was willing to act as the maid when people came in, just so you could have your little appearance, you know, not be considered like low class, and you had the audacity to have a side woman. Oh my gosh, Jimmy, James. Okay, yes, Sato-san. Oh dear, I'm sorry. And also this bookmark is an actual love note then. I'm about to slap this man too.
Take that!
Yes, it is this love note that has given rise to the pain you suffer. Oh, James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Who's Mary? Who's that whore? Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain Miss Mary, is the flight in the ointment here. She did it again! Oh my gosh.
Honey!
You know what? He deserved it. He deserved it. Slap the shit out of him. keep doing it. I don't know the Bali woman. You don't know her? That one wasn't reading to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just in there, you say? That's right. That's why I was. Ah! Oh, a likely story. Now listen here, Joan, old thing. I explained at the time. I bought the book at that second-hand place, and I know must already been placed in there. So, the previous owner of the book was using the note as a bookmark, you mean? That's right! What am I saying? A likely story. For heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written to James. My name, in case you forgot, is John! Oh, a likely story. Oh, so his name is not James, it's John. What? Hold on. Oh. Wait. John Garrett. Oh. Oh. Oh, are you questioning my name now? And there we have it. Arouse the suspicious of the female heart, and you unleash the beast with a most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Johnny! Unimaginable? Johnny! The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over here. She tried to burn the place. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I'm not mistaken. What do you mean? What could have caused such a destructive outburst? This time, madame, I'm afraid it's you who has inadvertently revealed the truth to me. Where? Not the cakes, it's not the cakes. It's the candles. But surely Mr. Garrett didn't eat the carpet. No, of course not, Mrs. Garrett, Deb. But there doesn't seem to be any doubt that the state of disarray that this room is in is a result of her wild temper. No, that's true. But this is the last part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction that we need to fix. We need only to follow Mrs. Garrett Deb's gaze, and that will tell us the real answer. Alright, let's see what we can see. Yes! I think it's the candles. A candle over there. That looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it? The base looks too small. Surely it's very unstable. It looks to me like even the slightest knock would make it topple over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this type of candlesticks. We used to have some, like, these sort of candlesticks on our tables because my especially my dad, he had some very like old taste, and he loved those kinds of candlesticks, and I was always very nervous around them. I was like, oh my gosh, that's just an accident waiting to happen. It's just a wildfire that is waiting to happen. Thankfully, our house never caught on fire. Oh yeah, like I love those candles that are like these, the perfumed candles like these, the Bath and Body Works. I enjoy those ones, like the long candles, like like these sticks that could fall over. That would be dangerous. Wait, take a closer look at this. There's one candle missing. Yes, I didn't notice that before. Why is that, I wonder? Why is one candle of 3 missing from its old holder? Because it's like right there. Oh, it's right there. Oh, we can't. Oh, okay. Well, I'll look at the candlestick.
Take that!
dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at the candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fellow, and of course the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of a ferocious attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed, they are. The scorch marks at the edge clearly give the truth away. Scorch marks? Oops. It would appear that this room was the scene of a little marital altercation. Mrs. Gerdev's mighty arm muscles left an impression not only on her husband's face. Oh, you never had the scented ones. You're from a Latin household, so you usually get the ones with Jesus on it. Oh, aren't the Jesus ones scented? Or are they like, they are scentless candles? That makes sense. That makes sense. But on the entire room, the force of her strike caused a candle to fall from the old hole. Scentless. That makes sense. I use these candles because I don't have anything else. I use these candles for the wax seals, which, by the way, Candy, I got if you're still here, I got your letter, and I'm going to be responding to everybody as soon as possible, but I'm working on something. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but I will at one point respond to you with another letter, and with a new wax seal, which is my favorite part. In seconds, the carpet was light and the whole corner of the room in flames. Yes, for the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. In this room, the ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Eloquently put, my dear fellow. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. The little dance. After the sparks of marital discord flew, this room was the scene of a fire. I mean, you could have just looked at the carpet. It looked like it was set on fire. What was all this? I search you! Oh my gosh. It's always a good... Oh, thank you so much, Candy. I work a lot on those. So I'm kind of glad that not a lot of people responded, because it gives me more time to devote on each letter. Like it gives me more time to put more details into each letter. So I'm glad that now I only have like maybe 6 people to write to. But thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. Oh yeah, like I was talking about my pen paling. You know, yeah, honestly, Blue, you are like not the only one. Even some of my closest friends like have never responded. Like there are just some people who are just not good at responding to letters, no matter how many times you send them letters. So yeah. It's these dashed long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of a fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop, but just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discover some rather illicit material, for which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems. Don't know about admonished. I don't. What is this? What is this word? Never heard of it before. Oh my gosh. Demolished might be rather closer to the word demolished. Now I know what that is. And beast is most certainly the Here we go again. And the carpet was that destroyed by fire when a candle fell on the floor? Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick's rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathetic of you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well. We've had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Over here, Mr. Garrett? Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you will allow me. Wah, wah. Hell, had all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoop! Up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me. What a terrible sight it must have been. That was I, back up against the window under a heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Worst of it, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride? Ah yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you, the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So the poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of the ferocious beast rampage. Okay, wait, that poor maid. Mr. Sholmes' deductions turned out to be correct once again. Okay, I feel bad like calling her like the maid when she's not the maid. Hold on, what was her name again? Joan. Oh yes, Joan Gardeb. Poor Mrs. Gardeb. It can only be described as a great British wonder. I tell you, it was total carnage, flames everywhere, and the old stick in the full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure I can remember, it was 2 days ago. Now, let's see, around 5 o'clock I think. So at exactly the same time as that, a terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below. Even more terrifying on the inside, I can assure you. The whole of Blighty could have been fattened outside my window at that moment, and I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing. Oh, really? Mr. Sholmes? Why is everyone awkward? Yes, Mr. Naruto, what can I do for you? Well, I think we've got to the bottom of Mr. Garadeb's situation now. But what does it have to do with Mr. Natsumi's circumstances? I can't help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say as much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man to be hiding something, I could not be sure whether the secret would prove to be of relevance or not. I just knew you were going to say that. Now, Mr. Naruto, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into one of only two categories, those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter, it is of far greater importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours at this prison will soon be over. Oh no, is it that time already? If we're about to accept Mr. Natsume's case, we have official paperwork to attend to. So that's it. No more time to think. Perhaps you'd like to betake yourselves to bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Garadeb. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Thank you both very much for your time. Soseki-san will be waiting for us, and I'm going to have to give him an answer. We're gonna tell no! We won't be defending you. The end. Game's over. What am I doing here? It's time, Mr. Naruto. We must hurry back to prison. Yes, I know. Let's hail a carriage. Oh. What's the matter? It looks like something's going on over there in front of the Garadeb's house. Huh? Oh! What? What is that? Oh god, I didn't expect that. I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling an old man, you rum-looking nimini pimini? Oh my gosh, I don't know what that means. Oh, those are characters, that's for sure. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Jack, shouldn't you be playing cards? Oh my gosh. Are you calling this guy Jack? Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about? Excuse me. Eh, what the? Who are you now? I'm sorry, but it just looks as though there might be some problem here. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. Hold on. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, so be right back.
何ですか？何ですか？
And I'm back. I also did my Duolingo. I almost forgot once again. I almost forgot to do my Duolingo. But oof, they sent me like they sent me a reminder, so oh my gosh. Um Wait, hold on. What is Okay. I just saw that I just saw a message, so I. Oh my gosh. What Duolingo are you Duolinging? Spanish. Duolingo Spanish. Sorry, someone is like sending me like a bunch of messages, and I just saw them now. But yeah, I am. Yeah, I just did my Duolingo. I'm on day 70 now. But I'm still stuck at. Okay, so before you're telling me, oh, you must be past like checkpoint number 1 now. I am not. I'm on. Oh my gosh! Wait, hold on. I've never seen this before. It says here I'm on level 5 out of 6 in shopping. So I need to complete 4 challenges to earn the rare legendary crown. What does that mean? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I guess does that mean that today didn't count? I made one mistake though. I've been putting all of my energy in the shopping one. And I still forgot what barato is. And they were like, barato. I was like, wait, what is that again? I can remember,
Barato.
No, oh wait, hold on, wait. Barato is cheap. Oh fuck, I forgot. I was like, wait, what is the word for coat? Abrigo is coat. Abrigo is coat. I forgot that. No, it's not barato, it's barato. It's the word for cheap. Barato. So I remember ropa, which is ropa, tienda de ropa. Ropa is clothes, or tienda de ropa is a clothing store. Tienda is like store. The colors are very easy to remember. The colors are absolutely easy. Vestido, now I remember that dress is vestido. Camisa is shirt. Camiseta is t-shirt. Reloj is the watch. The watch. Reloj. I still need to work on my pronunciation. Belt is cinturon. What else is there? I think abrigo is the only one I did remember. I don't know what else is there. The bad thing about the bad thing about Duolingo is that you can check the tips to see to have a reminder, refresher, but you need to do the lesson. You have to do it in order to see to review all the stuff that you've learned. So yeah, I'm still in like under checkpoint number 1 because I've been like doing shopping over and over again. I don't know why, but it's kind of important for me to be able to say what this clothing piece in Spanish. Apparently it's important to me to know how to say coat in Spanish. Anyway, how are you doing, penguin named Desire?
We're glad you're here.
What have you been up to? Oh my gosh, like I'm still excited over the fact that that the voice actor of Ned like shared in his story my TikTok. I'm still excited over it. I don't know why. I'm not even a fan of his character, but I don't know why. I'm just like screaming internally. Oh my gosh. Like literally yells at you, or like just gets or gets like a little bit more just scolds you or something like that, or actually yells at you. In order to, when it comes to like making someone practice your language, it's important to be a little bit more patient. It's really not easy to learn a new language. Yes, like this is the second time that Her Interactive shares a TikTok of me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm making it. Senpai is noticing me. Anyway, I'm sorry, it looks as though there might be some problem here. It's very aggressive. So you are learning Swedish, if I understand. You're learning Swedish. My associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruto, is a lawyer, you see? A lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'd be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I've studied English law. Fine, I'll be on my way for today. But you mark my words. This ain't over yet. Wait, why do the characters always like have to pose for like a photo shoot or something when they talk? Get thee to a nunnery. Do I look like a blooming nun to you? Oh my gosh, this is a Pokemon battle. This was gonna turn into a Pokemon battle. You did French immersion in Canada? In Quebec? Oh no, not amongst the French Quebecers. No! Not them. Not fun, but a lot of learning. Oh god. Were the Quebecers, were they like mean to you when you did your French immersion? If that's the case, then I'm not surprised, and I'm sorry on their behalf. I apologize. I've heard of people. We have a problem over here. Like, we have an attitude problem, and we sometimes forget that we shouldn't have this attitude. Okay, we already have the French from France. Okay. Why are we having this attitude toward people who don't speak French? I've heard stories of French Canadians who were not nice towards people who are not French Canadians. And it doesn't matter if you speak French as well. Like, they're not nice to you. I've heard stories about that, and it's like, why do you have an attitude like that? You're a Quebecer, for goodness sake. Get off your high horse. Oh my gosh, hi! Is it Jordan?
Sugar, we're glad you're here.
Am I talking to Jordan? Or Daniela? Or both? Hey, Jordan. I should stop asking. It's always Jordan. It's always Jordan. How are you doing on this fine evening? Did you see? I was talking about the fact that I got like my TikTok got shared by the voice actor of Ned. And I'm still like giggling. I'm still like, oh my gosh, Senpai noticed me. Waiting for a homemade pizza to cook. Oh, now I want pizza. But like, it's not that I was, oh my gosh, you saw that? Oh my gosh, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, this is new. This is some new development here. Did I make it to the circle? I it's not that I'm hungry. I'm not hungry, but like I could always use some pizza. So I was saying that so my boyfriend, he knew someone who is very intelligent, like really, really intelligent, and she went to McGill to for like a politics degree, get a bachelor in politics, I think. But not only she's very intelligent, but she's also like French speaking, like fluent French speaker. And still, the people from McGill were so mean to her, like just because the fact that she's American, they were so mean to her that she just dropped out from McGill and just came back home. She couldn't take it anymore, and they straight up bullied her. And I was like, wait, hold on a second, what? Hold on a second. Who does the McGill people think that they are to be able to bully people like that? Is this some god complex? Is there a god complex happening in Quebec that I'm not pride about? Oh, you went in a French immersion in Saskatchewan. Oh my gosh, that's even worse. You haven't used your French? Oh no, Saskatchewan, that's worse. I'm so sorry. I assumed that it would be in Quebec because French, you know. Thanks for having me here. Oh, are you going, Blue? Can barely speak English half the time. I know you knew a few words in Spanish because you took a year in high school. Try teaching teaching yourself Dutch, but you haven't practiced in years. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, you're gonna go out? Okay, thank you so much for coming in, Blue, and spending time with me. I appreciate that. What would you? What? Wait, but like, why would you go to Saskatchewan? It's even less French. It's even less French than. I mean, there are some French immersion places in other places in Canada, but like they are very far and few between. You were in high school? How was you didn't? Oh my gosh! Wait, so you were a high schooler? So wait, are you Canadian as well? Were you born in Saskatchewan? Because that would explain, because nobody goes to Saskatchewan for a French immersion. They go to Quebec. Like literally, it's so French here. Like it's like it is so French that they made a law against English here. Yeah, I'm trying to learn really, like I'm trying really to learn Spanish. Like I'm trying to get to that trilingual club at least. And it also encourages me the fact that a lot of people here, a lot of my stream chatters are Latinos or Latinas or whatever. It kind of pushes me to try and practice. You're from rural Ontario. Oh, okay, okay. We have another Canadian in the mist. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. What's the... This, I feel like this guy is gonna be getting on my nerves. And on my nerves. He's already like using stop fair Eastern Maiden. I'm gonna hate this guy. I'm so gonna hate this guy. There's something about this little part over here that really bothers me. Eastern Maiden. What was that all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. He's not... Okay, I want to clip this and send this to Vandy, our Shakespeare expert. Diss him with that. Forgive the inquiry, sir, but... Are you a lodger here? In the Garadeb residence? Oh, fair Eastern Maiden, I wish you wouldn't say that any... Like, I wish you would drop that part. Thou art so right. Yes, I do dwell in this humble abode. He's quoting Shakespeare. Oh, I have a mod that teaches English, and he's a big fan of Shakespeare. But this guy is not making Shakespeare sound cool. She's wearing kimono. Yeah, because Ryu and Sato are both from Japan, and they traveled to England, more specifically London, to learn law so they could bring some notions back to Japan. So yeah, right now they are in London, but they kept the Japanese clothes. Mr. Garadeb mentioned he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Oh, he's not rich. He's pretending to be rich, but like he's just tacky. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor? Ah, yes, a gentleman named Natsume. Oh, more worthy a polemist in my battle of words here could there be. Explain that in Spanish. I can barely speak Spanish. I don't even know what it's called in English, that garment. I don't even know. Duolingo said that hat in Spanish is sombrero. But I'm pretty sure sombrero is a specific type of hat. I would not call this a sombrero. And I didn't hear never learned the word for wand in Spanish. London in Spanish, and I don't know that either. Sorry, battle did you say? Who's the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Mr. Natsume and I sparred long into the night. Sparred? What kind of sparring? I see. Ce n'est pas sombrero. No. Ce n'est pas sombrero. But that's what Duolingo was teaching me. The hat, the sombrero is like the translation for hat in English, in Spanish, and I'm like, I seriously doubt so. I don't fully understand, but it seems Mr. Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least. Eventually, I want to have an actual teacher that would actually tutor me in Spanish. So fair maiden, so good gentleman. I can tarry here no longer. Fare thee well. I didn't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room. Seems he's unaware of what's happened to Mr. Natsume, so can really help us. With Soseki-san and that man as lodgers, the Garrett house is certainly full of eccentrics. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage. Yes, I'm sure Mr. Natsume is eagerly awaiting our return. Let's hope we can get to the prison before visiting hours are over. Oh yeah, here's our defendant. This perpetually on drugs. You can see it in his eyes. I want to know what substance you took. Oh, it's you. You're here. You came. Locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. We're so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Natsume. Oh, no. Think nothing of it. Relax. If I were a cat, I would purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Noble, nurturing, never falling Nipponese. Oh yeah. Like, this guy is working hard on his poses. He's like, I must work out so I can look good in front of my photo shoot. Look at him, just posing. Pose. Oh wow, now let's not get carried away. Oh, I quite agree. There's nothing more reassuring than the familiarity of one's native land. On the other hand, it is through friendship transcending international borders that one truly appreciates the fact. Such is my belief, at least. Uh-oh, this guy is afraid of Holmes. Or Sholmes, in this case. Oh, it's you, yes. Ah, it's you, yes. That's my husband. That's my... May I present you my husband? Husbando. Herlock Sholmes. The Miserable Spy, Herlock Sholmes. Also, the greatest himbo. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. Save observing, of course. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? While having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomful room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in on my way home to see how our divested friend is faring. Gloomful room? At least your accommodation here offers a window, my dear fellow. In that sense, it is the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been a delight and cost me not a penny. Are you? How dare you, Herlock Sholmes! I've had it. I'm through. I'm at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirits in those accursed lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is be damned! Oh my gosh, he's such a mood. That's a mood. Big mood. What are you thinking, Mr. Naruto? He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodgings were cursed. I mean, and there's much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is a wholly appropriate description, I should say, for the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? I want to hear about the cursed lodgings. When you said accursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room in Mr. Garredeb's house, I assume. Do you mean to say you believe this place is cursed? been a year now since I came to Great Britain, but I've only been in London a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I looked, there were foreign faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me all the time, from dawn till dusk. So I shut myself away in my room, and even then that didn't help. The fear would go away. You must have been very lonely, having been away from your homeland for such a long time. I've been moved a number of times, most recently to that room on Briar Road a week ago now. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money. It appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked her why it was so affordable. The landlord just simpered and said, "The room is cursed." Oops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, "If you have something to say, then say it. If not, don't mention it in the first place." Yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room is really cursed then? Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued with nightmares. I awake feeling as though I'm being choked to death. Oh yeah, his room had like the window got barricaded by a wall of bricks. And they mentioned that it was because the more windows you had, the more taxed you would be. So people would like cover their windows with like walls in order to lower their taxes. That was pretty. That was pretty interesting. I forgot to look into it. I'm curious, how did someone come up with this whole thing about windows? In my waking hours, people are stopped in front of me as I walk down the street. I'm branded a killer, thrown in prison. Nobody wants to know me. I'm surrounded by scary, sinister spirits. If only there was someone, just one person on my side. Can no one find it in his or her heart to believe in me? Really no one at all? Oh my gosh, not the puppy eyes. To believe, yes, to believe. Not the puppy eyes. Let's wait, pink-clad Wonder Woman has been throughout? Are you talking about Susato? She is calm. But like that's unusual. That's not unusual of her. Mr. Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now about the trial of tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, I see. That's really agitated. That really agitated him. You don't mean the trial is really cursed somehow? Oh, are you referring to the prosecutor, the Reaper of the Bailey? Oh yeah! Mr. Nuts? Well, he's the one who's about to go on the stand. He's the defendant. She, on the other hand, like, no matter what happens tomorrow, she's gonna be fine. He's the one, like, if they lose, he might get executed. I don't know. The Reaper. Oh no, what do you mean? Oh, he didn't know. Please tell me, summarize it succinctly in 16 salient words. My dude. Okay, I'm gonna be as nice as possible. The person that we're facing tomorrow, the prosecutor, he is hot. He loves wine. He's a vampire. He's a daddy, and he's he's one of the hardest to beat. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution, ever. Except that one time, you know? Except that one time before, where we won against him somehow. Oh my goodness, can it really be true? That was 16 words exactly. Yesterday, Mr. Naruto successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances. Okay, Susato, you didn't have to mention that. Why did she mention it? This guy is about to collapse. Mr. McGill did. Oh yeah, that's right. The person that we defended in case number 3 just died suddenly. Like, after the trial, he just died. And I'm like, did I really spend like a whole fucking 4 hours, no, 8 hours trying to save his ass only for him to die? Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. Game. Whoa. What?
You what?
I'm impressed, Mrs. Sato. You have an eye for detail. Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us. Mr. Sholmes, surely it can't be that having failed to have the accused convicted, Lord Van Zix killed the man himself. Okay, I don't think that's what happens, okay? Oh no, he couldn't have, surely. No, I don't believe that. You have some wonderful notions. Sorry? The man isn't a mass murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fellow. Oh yes. Why, of course he is. Arr! Of course he is! Then why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth about the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. Oh, he has a dark past? Okay, I've heard that before. What on earth do you mean by that? Van Zix is a quite exceptional man. However, in London courts of law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. That's good. So Siki-san looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. Okay, let's keep it at that, okay? Let's just go. Let's not say anything further. As you are no doubt aware, in British criminal trial, there's both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letter of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion in particular is somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corrupt lawyers, for that matter, can use it to their advantage by any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witnesses, and so on. By such underhand means, those who would want to are able to sway the jury. Yeah, and it kind of helps that he's kind of hot, you know? So, of course the jury would be like, oh yeah, oh daddy, okay, yes, he's guilty, I believe in you. Which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. But it means the wrong verdict can be passed. That's you know, you just learned that, Sasato. You knew that all this time. And sadly, it's from time to time, my dear madam. It is simply the reality of the situation, and that's all right. However, those indicted by Lord Van Zix cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed. Oh my! Though adjudication may see them leave the courtroom with their freedom. Within months, they all disappear. It is most striking. What? Is that why he has this? Is that why he has this reputation? Like, it's not because he wins every cases. It's because people, even the people that are like pronounced like not guilty, die or disappear after that. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Why did nobody like look into it? It's more striking. Disappear? But how? Okay, how about Lord Van Zeeks stops, like, just collects his money, collects his retirement check, and be like, okay, listen, I cannot be appearing in court again. Each time that I do, someone disappears. I think I'm gonna change my. I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna change my job. This is. I don't know what's happening, but like I think I should step down. By all manner of misfortune, sir. Perhaps they are trampled under a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they are suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by highwaymen. Oh no. All examples of the reality of events here in London, I'm afraid, Mr. Naruto. Oh, so wait, it doesn't happen just to Lord Van Zeeks? I'm so confused. I knew it. Toast? Dead no for doomed. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Naruto? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about the case on the SS Buria, if you recall. The Buria. Ah, that case. The one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time, I was a suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. Did he though? He kind of pointed off the finger towards us at the beginning. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe in me? I see, yes, you mean... Because you were grimly dressed a shady Eastern fellow. Oh, okay, what is up with people who keeps calling us Eastern? Oh my gosh. What? Eastern, Western? Why is everybody having to mention that? Like, some you can say stuff like foreigner or, you know, shady Eastern fellow. Like, you can say, you know, stuff like, oh, you were a foreigner, or like you're not English or something like that. But what is up with people calling us Nipponese friend or shady Eastern fellow or Eastern maiden? What is going on? Found with the victim in a locked room? Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that the answer requires explanation, my dear fellow. It's quite simple, really, he said. I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspected me a little. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only things I believe in are those I choose to believe in. What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? I make up my own mind about what is to be believed and what is not. If I should like to believe in something, I do. The circumstances can hang as far as I'm concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I should have made an elementary error of judgment, nothing more. Betraying of trust is an overused excuse, in my opinion. Meaning, whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Yes, he's right. He's right! Locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire! Whether or not I can believe myself? A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. You are so right, Kazuma. Oh god. What now? Well, my dear fellows, it is time we were leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The guards will be here shortly to escort us out. There's a restaurant near here that serves excellent trout. Would you care to join me? I'm not much into trout. I love a good salmon though. Oh dear, there's never enough time, is there? What is he gonna eat? Pudding? Clam chowder? Mr. Natsumi, if you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Aww. Welcome student Mr. Naruto Esquire. As I said, I only experienced a British courtroom for the first time yesterday, and although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial? What to believe in, the defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe, even. But I think I've finally worked it out. I've decided I must believe in myself above all else, to trust my instincts. Yes, Mr. Naruto. And my instincts are telling me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. And it's imperative that we prove that in court. Look, student Mr. Naruto Esquire. I will fight for your innocence until the bitter end, with every weapon available to me. I mean, Ryu, that's called being a lawyer. You're supposed to defend him no matter what. Good job, you figured out your job. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. Why are you asking his permission? There's nobody else lining for him. As I said when we first met, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. It would be fair to say, Mr. Naruto, that your mind was in many ways made up from the outset. You merely needed the events of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. It's been a roundabout journey, but I got there in the end. Mrs. Sato, yes? Would you be willing to stand by my side tomorrow to help me in the court? Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal judicial assistant. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weigh heavily on my mind, but it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Sholmes believes in me now too. So it's time to that I learn to believe in myself. Soseki-san has no one; he's all alone. But so it's my job to help me to fight his corner tomorrow in the courtroom with all the strength I can muster. Nice. We just finished investigation part 2, which means that the next part is gonna be the courtroom. I do not believe that I will finish episode number 4 tonight, but I will play for another 30 minutes, and we will finish episode number 4 in 2 weeks. Because I don't know if I will be streaming tomorrow. It'll depend on my mood and everything, but I will be gone from Wednesday till Monday next week. So yeah, a whole week without without streaming. Huh. Anyway, let's overwrite this. Oh, I know, Somber. I'm going to the Nesiju convention. Wait, I'm happy about it. Like, I was starting to think that there was nothing happening in my life. I was just being at home, just doing nothing. You know, at least I will do something of my summer. I will be meeting my friends. Convention is just one day. It's actually a 3-day event. Hold on, let me see. Wait, hold on. It's from, let me okay, so this is from Jen Fisher. So it's Thursday night, and there's gonna be walk fast. It's just one day. Oh my gosh, it's Thursday night. It's gonna be in a children's library. So there's gonna be an escape room. Space. There will be 3 escape rooms times for any of you interested. Be sure to be outside the Nesiju collection room in the children's section on the 2nd floor by 6 p.m. Oh my gosh. Okay, we need to be there for that. Oh my gosh, I love an escape room. I hope we'll be able to do it. And there's a Friday mystery day at the library on Friday, yeah. And a scavenger hunt. Ooh! Oh, a scavenger hunt? That sounds fun. And finally, on Saturday night, there's gonna be a dinner at the spaghetti warehouse. I'm gonna have to go through this email. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Candy, for hanging out with me. See you on Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Yay! Yeah, have a good night, Candy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Wow, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here so soon? We're on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. This escape room sounds fun. It says in the email. By the way, Candy, did you RSVP by email to Jennifer Fisher? Did you send an email? Because I wouldn't want you to come in here and they refuse you entry because you didn't RSVP, which is kind of stupid, but make sure to if you haven't done it, make sure to write to Jennifer Fisher to let her know that you gonna be there. Oh, you've been to the spaghetti warehouse? Ooh, okay, yes. Pretty excited. Yeah, we have to be there on Thursday at 6 p.m. in order to get a place for the escape room. We have to. Anyway, good night, Candy. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible. Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person docked, it may well be his or her and only time in court. It could be life-changing. You did the RSVP? Awesome! So are you going to be there at the spaghetti warehouse as well? Oh, look at you. Look at me. Like, trying to keep you from going to bed. Have a good night, Candy. In which case, treating it as a research may seem a little crass. Ah, well, when you put it like that, you're quite right. Good morning. Ah, Mr. Natsume, good morning. Now we see him... like, we don't have the bars in front of him. Interesting. Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of color in his eyeballs. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Yes, I've heard the expression, but I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. And now, I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally? Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume. I wish I had analyzed my whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. Really? Because I feel tremors in the floor. I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire. Yes? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Do you know why that might be, Mrs. Sato? I'm sorry, Mr. Naruto, but I have no idea. So that all-knowing look on your face is just a coincidence, then, is it? Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Yay! Lord Van Zeeks? Is that right, Mrs. Sato? I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of everyone. I knew it. Sometime after the prosecution was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now. In fact, until the day before yesterday. Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Rest in peace, Mad Hatter. Ugh, what a harrowing experience that was. I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than 2 days. But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country. Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers. Mundane is the most significant saga of the century to some of us. Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume. But that is how the papers are describing it. Yeah, it's just one murder, like there's nothing special about it. Lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago. Yes, I agree. Locum student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. It's you. Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only be that you're friends with the Reaper! Please, don't rub shoulders with death bringers. I'm afraid that there's only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruto, of your uncommon bad luck. Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such a frail fortune? I'm the least lucky lawyer alive. Is he wrong though? He got framed for 2 murders. He he was the defendant in 2 murders. Oh my gosh. Let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Well, it's not like he had a choice, okay? It was between you and nobody else. It's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent-looking student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. That's so sweet. Benevolent non-locum assistant Miss Mikoto by Squires. I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this. Wait, Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. Alright then, Mr. Natsume, it's time. Let's go. Yes! This is it. My second appearance in the British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight. I'm pretty excited. Like, the courtrooms are like my favorite parts. Aside from the deductions part. Objection! In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Oh hi! Oh hi, Santa Claus! It's been a while! I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. It's our daddy vampire! Yay! The defense is ready, my lord.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Oh, I forgot. He also says Nipponese. The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed. Oh my gosh. Why is he saying this like that? Sorry, what? A breed? What? The Japanese are a truly fascinating breed. Lord Strongar has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago, a mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try and help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance. Okay, this is so... I forgot how problematic this guy is. Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. Susato, get him! Get him, Susato! Get him! Susato-san? After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent. Oh yeah! Are we sure that this is wine and not blood? Very true, and a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was, too. A tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate violent end. Oh, we have a new set of characters, I'm excited! More characters, more juries. I'm just sad that we're not gonna see the guy who kept throwing the knife in the air anymore. Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fellow. Now, ladies and gentlemen of this jury, Are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public? Wait! It's the guy from this. It's the guy from the previous case. Oh my gosh, what is he doing here? Oh my gosh. It's way too soon, my dude. He was one of the witnesses in the previous case. I have problem with this. You never know when you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone. I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear. Oh well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow. Wait, what? Oh no, she can't be serving here. She's... What is the maid doing here? I have a problem with this. I have a problem with this, okay? She's not an impartial juror. She's not impartial. What are you doing, game? Oh my gosh. Afraid to say, I think it's quite possible that Mustache Foreigner did the deed. Oh, that's because you were a landlord. Oh my gosh, you were the landlord. Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Sorry. No, didn't quite catch that. Okay, so case number 3, the jurors were way more interesting. We had like a guy who kept like throwing his knife like in the air and catching it, which was interesting. There was this maid who was like all about like obeying the masters or something like that. But this maid, like, we know about her, like, she's not as exciting. And we had this secretary who kept like typing on the typewriter and she was really doing it really fast. I don't know. So far the jurors over here are not really giving me interesting, you know, interesting personage. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. Very well, let us proceed. Nobody's throwing weapons in this jury. Like, I'm so sad about it. Your opening statement, if you please, or Van Zeeks. Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that land, a certain Mr. Suseki Natsumi. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of the most sinister act. What? Dude! Why would you do that? What did that candle... Not candlestick, what did that lamp ever do to you for you to throw your wine at it? Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who are doing nothing but walking down the street. I'm upset over this. A knife crime? I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst bloody oath they are. Just look at the sallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those... Oh my gosh! Ah! Oh my gosh.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Not the racism! Oh my gosh, not the racism! Oh my gosh, absolutely not. I'm about to throw her in jail. I'm about to throw her in jail. Because what you're not gonna do here is say something like one of those dreadful Japanese. I'm not doing it. Come on, let's get this over with me now. Everyone, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. What? Wait, okay, my guy over here has some hearing problems, so we should probably switch him with someone who can hear what's happening. Pray forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollow chalice here in this great chamber. Okay, now you feel sorry about it? Okay. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand. Very well. Ladies, lead the inspector in, please. Your name and occupation, please. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector of Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector? The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. I beg your pardon, Inspector. Thought to be? Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since. What? So they don't even know who she is for sure? Comatose. The days before the fingerprinting and stuff. Shit. Although if they took her fingerprint, if she's not in the system, it's not gonna help really. Comatose, I see it, but her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running alongside the Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare of 4 horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped showing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. Being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take the statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please. What of the weapon that was used? Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back. Ouch! That big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab that poor woman. Even that scraged. Is this supposed to say scared? Was that supposed to say scared looking? Looking so sekisai, I suppose. A common or garden jackknife, I would say, rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. Was found lodged in the victim's back. Now then, what do we know about the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? Let me first check out all of our... Okay, we have the map. Okay, so here, customer Mr. Natsume, the sum of 2 shillings tendered in receipt of the picture of Monsieur Lecoq, a bill for Gaborio, Canterbury Yearnings. 4:45 p.m. Okay. Received a score in Mr. Natsume's room for some books that he had purchased from a second-hand bookshop before the incident occurred. File containing an overview of the case and details about the victim. She was found with a knife in her back and is currently in the hospital, yet to regain consciousness. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive Green, female, stout build, early 20s. But her name is not really Olive Green. It's just a nickname because they don't know who she is, right? Pavement of Briar Road, East Side. Rolly Beat. Remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from a single stab wound from a large knife, no other signs of injuries were observed. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day. Young woman rendered unconscious. Oh, okay. No, we already. Did they clean it? Are they supposed to leave it like that, like not clean? Oh, look here, Mr. Naruto. Just at the tip, a small piece of the blade appears to be missing. You're right. Well, spot on, Mrs. Sato. Wonder what could have happened to it. Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you? Oh dear. I hope not. That sounds terribly painful. What about this little piece over here? Oh wait. What? Okay, so wait. Oh my gosh. I apparently don't know how to. Okay. Is there anything on the other side? Apparently not. Oh, yeah, apparently not. Okay. Why don't you borrow the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment toward the victim? I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes!
He's raising his hand like he's in class. If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Objection!
He's a... Oh... Not him throwing the whole bottle now! What's happening? What is going on?
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
He just threw it like the fucking bottle like it was nothing. Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. Somewhere on the side, some guy just received a whole bottle of wine on his face and it splashed all over himself. For your words have soured this hallowed bouquet. Okay. Well, I guess in his garden, like, bottles of wine like grow out of the trees, I guess, because he just nonchalantly throws away a good bottle of wine. I'm upset. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Yes, sir. He still brought his food like in the courtroom. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran up, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found a bloke to arrest him. Old books, you say? Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident. Damn, that is so sad. I can clearly see the books to which you are referring. I will take that photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector. Okay. Uniponis are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but the defense is not denying everything, as you put it. What are you doing, Mrs. Sato? Do go on. Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruto? Well, now that you mention it, when we visited him in prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all that happened. Yeah, he was like... She just collapsed out of nowhere. He got away from there. He ran as fast as he could back to the lodging, which was not that far away. It was just right there. A green overcoat. Well, that's exactly what the woman in that print is wearing. Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What would the war come up with next? The defendant has done nothing more than admit that he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back. I like how Ryunosuke is getting more and more confident as time goes on. There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. The fact that the accused concedes. Oh yeah, he did say that there was nobody else. It seems that cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please. Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance. Oh, it's already midnight. I'm going to finish this cross-examination and then I'm gonna stop. Hold on. I wanna get to the press on the books. Those being a number of old books you just brought. Okay.
Hold it!
My book. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis. Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature. I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of this scholarly attention. The book's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector? Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Morbid Books. The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodging is this place here, Bourbon Books. A little place on the corner of Briar Road and Meerschaum Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end, which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Something like this. Okay. That's relevant. Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. Wait, hold on. I want to see again the second book receipt. Your books! Oh, oh, ho, 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 ho. Where's your books? He wasn't Bourbon. You amateur. The defendant will certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop. Mr. Naruto, I think that the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance. Yes, I agree. The most important point that the inspector has just made was being the bookshop's name. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor? What? Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance. Maybe. Well, you know, I mean, yes, it could be a very important clue. Very well, not that I can see it of being any great significance. Please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say. Could the man be any more sardonic? Okay, I'm ready. Time to present this.
Objection!
That was a very weak objection. Phoenix Wright's objection will always be the best. There's no way that nobody can defeat the master objection. If I could just stop you there, Miss Inspector Gregson. What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know. This is the receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books. And you found that in the accused room, did you? Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it. Go on. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books. Your Books? YWRE, I presume? Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books. What? Amateur. Inspector, did you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. This is why you cannot trust the police. They are so amateurish. How can you get something wrong? Like the bookshop. It's so stupid. It's just that he made assumptions. It's such a small place. I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
That's why you should be a cop. You're so stupid. You're like dumb.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For
But in
real.
fact, this is this bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. This receipt proves it.
Objection!
Yes, for what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Not if it's like somewhere else, or not if it changes the route. I disagree. I mean, after all, at the street map. Oh, here, if that might be of help. Overruled. Yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Street, then yes, he would certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually to another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Could that be true? My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility. Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Okay, just say where the new bookstore is, like, why are we still talking? Why are we still talking? Where's the Your Books establishment? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Obviously, we looked into that. It turns out that Your Books... oh! Okay, so either he went like this, or he went like this. So there's no way of telling. Oh my gosh. It's just here on the next corner of Meerschaum Street and going east. It doesn't... yeah, it could have gone either way. And there you have it. As you can clearly see it now. Wow, it could have gone either way. I'm just saying. My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown. The way he regales with such witticism to your future career in the circus. Did he just shade us? Okay. Grr, you put that glass down now, I'll put it down for you. Okay. Go, Sato. Go, get him. I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he would still have passed the place where the victim was stabbed. Well, no, he could have gone down. I'm just saying. Yes, thank you, Inspector. Allow me to reiterate from my learned, if somewhat slow Nipponese friend. Why are there so many bookstores everywhere? Wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. Damn! His back must be hurting. As I suspected, you can't fool me. And I'd also suggest you try. What did I say, eh? I've had enough of this now. Beg your pardon, terribly sorry. But would you mind repeating that? Listen, Naruto, we mustn't give up. What? What do you mean? If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty. She's absolutely right. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. The claims Suzuki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from Your Books, but raising objection, object. You don't lose anything by objecting. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from Your Books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places. Yeah, like that. Could have been that way. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that that road is what is commonly referred to as the long way round. Huh? What? On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home? Well, Or, yes, sir, it's extremely simple. He would, in other words, the accused took the obviously route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime. So, why would he go to the bookstore that is further than the closest one? Can you answer that?
Objection!
But, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to be spending his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. Guava, hi!
Sugar, we're glad you're here.
Hi, how are you doing? You came in just in time. Okay, so I'm a little bit like, I'm like really into this right now. So I might just play another 50 minutes. I know I kept saying like, oh yes, I'm gonna play another like 30 minutes. And I keep doing that. I understand that, but like the court part is always the most interesting one to me. Oh my gosh, not just Van Zeeks. This time around there's this one bitch in the jury that says something also racist. Everybody's racist in this game. Like some people say my Eastern fellow or my Eastern maiden, or and one of the jury said, I knew it, it's one of those like those disgusting Japanese or something like that. I would have to go back and see what she said, but she said one of those something Japanese, and I was ready to rip out her hair. I was like, not on my watch, not on my watch. I don't care if you're in the jury, I'm gonna fight you. But yeah, Vanzig said something very problematic. He said, oh yeah, it's typical of like Nipponese people like sticking together. How Nipponese? And I'm like, what is up with London? What is up with London? That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home. I don't believe this. I think you, my learned friend. It suggests that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wagering aimlessly around this subject. Oh, look, he has a new wine bottle. Another wine bottle that he's gonna throw to the public behind him. Another poor fellow is gonna receive a bottle of wine to his face. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors? But even if that is the case, the defense is still... Oh my gosh. I agree with Lord Zeeks. Wholeheartedly in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean... We members of the jury are completely convinced now. Very well, in that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Guilty.
They shouldn't be allowed to do that, though.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty!
I like that they have, like, the voices. Guilty, 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 guilty. We haven't even started. We are started like literally 15 minutes ago. It would appear the jury's leaning is anonymous. And game's over. Game over. We're done. Everybody go home. Bye. Have a good day. Court's over. Show's over. He's guilty. Everybody go home. Dramatia. Drama. To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably. Mr. Naruto. No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales in the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. The amount of sweat that is coming out of his forehead, like, I'm surprised he keeps the same clothes the whole time. Those are the eyes of Query, not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you intend to waive your rights again in this trial? Rights of the defense written into antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Well, it worked! It worked! Last time, case number 3, it worked! Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense prerogative to carry out a submission examination if it so chooses. British courtrooms have horrible airflow. Now, every courtroom has horrible airflow, and somewhat like these confettis that fall down out of nowhere, and whenever someone wins, that all that fire. Oh yeah. I don't know, I like the fire element in the courtroom. It's kind of badass. In accordance with the law, letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? I have a problem with this guy coming back from case number 3, okay? I don't think he should have come back, okay? You were a witness not long ago. I'm all too familiar with the Nipponese whippersnapper and his uncle's refusal to throw in his alley. Everybody say Nipponese. I'm not okay. Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Oh god. I remember this part being pretty fun to do. For pity's sake, that little Nipponese already admitted to it himself, didn't he? If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim? The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. Oh, I also have a problem with you. Why are you one of the jurors? You are literally his landlord. This is so flawed. I'm about to rip out like the British justice courtroom a new one. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing. Your books, yes, nice shop, Dad. But more good books? No, not worth a visit. With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When the stabbing occurred, the two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant had then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already. Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now. Ugh, why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. Can I possibly make a case for the defense? Mr. Naruto, there's no time for grumbling. Yeah, this is why she should have been the lawyer. If we want to force the trial to continue, yes, I know, I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least. Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward. You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination. Yes, my lord. I shall need to keep this trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke, you can do it. I'm not sure. Okay, can I press them for more information? Oh, okay. I can press them. Excuse me, but aren't you? Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago. Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face, or the sight of it anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a baker, aren't you? That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. Why is he looking this way? What's up? It's all going swimmingly until you started sticking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute. Sorry? Don't think I forgot how you treated me the other day. You had me and the young hatter pegged as criminals. Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge. Now there's also some rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop. If I could turn back the clock. Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. I'm free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't. Thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind given our awkward history. The jury is so, like, impartial. I wonder what's become of Mr. First now. Oh yeah, where's the hatter?
Hold it!
You're right. At the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him. Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, that someone wearing green was a victim. Well, and clearly, that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit. Well, let us not forget, Madame, the defendant that vehemently denies attacking the woman. Well, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. This man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes. That's a lie, as you suggested. Do you not think he would have concocted something more credible? Oh, I really could say, after all, you are foreign.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to pretend we didn't
Who's to
hear
say what goes through your funny little minds? Okay, I'm done with this bitch. I'm done with this bitch.
Just as I thought.
I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, and you wouldn't like it. This bitch is so racist. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Go off, I guess. I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime. If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple. Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit. Oh my, you're too kind, my lord. That went well for her.
Hold it!
But you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean. what was it? Kabash Road or something? Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow... Finally, someone who actually says Japanese. Thank God. Okay, you sir, I appreciate you. You can stay. Actually went that way or not? Well, yes, that's true. And at that moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yes, that's really true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes. Why is all this true? So, lady, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. I'm supposed to be convincing you here. I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I just didn't make up my mind on the whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash Road way, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in this case. Honest, I would. A reason why Saseki-san might have taken the longer route home? Oh, okay, hold on, let me check. Wait, I look at the map. No, this is not gonna show me anything. Yeah, this is not gonna show me anything. Canterbury Yearnings, a meal for Gaborio. Picture of Monsieur le Coq? That doesn't tell me anything. I haven't examined the... I don't see what I'm supposed to... Yeah, I don't... There's nothing here that is helping me here. Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. Okay.
Hold it!
Oh. Whatever is the matter, young man? Yeah, I know, right? Yes. You're the wife of Mr. Garadev, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume's room. The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid that made you understand. She's keying up with a charade. This is going to be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That she'd be selected for the jury in this trial, I mean. Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. But like, why is she there? She's not impartial. She knows the defendant. Oh my gosh. This is so frustrating. But also, I should be using my brain. It's a Phoenix Wright game. It's an AS30 game. I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he? Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now. And in that time, surely he must have taken stock of his character. Logic in my British courtroom. Oh my gosh. She shouldn't even be there in the first place. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this? Oh my goodness me, yes, it's just the swords. What? Spending all the time in the dark, dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. That man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. That is racist as fuck. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? Oh! A foreigner who keeps to himself and stays in his room, he must be building a bomb. He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more. Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She's said enough damning things already. Okay, you're supposed to give a... Hold it! A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, so is my family's. Huh? The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. And if I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and the kids. Oh, I see. That must be very hard. I must go to the... I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of the year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right, and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's hard slog from dawn to dusk. It is. So you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? Oh, I know where this is going. In fact, I remember rightly. It was just around the corner from where it all happened, by that old bookshop. It was... What? Another coincidence? That's right, Meerschaum Street. It was... Oh, I got what I needed. On the map, Nerudo, Master Naruto, there are only 3 named streets. Sure, number 5. I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please. What's the point in that? Can we just get this business over with now? Please, sir, it's important. Fine, I'll do it then. On the day it happened, I was digging up near Shop Street from dawn till dusk. Okay, I will pit this guy and this guy over here.
Objection!
These two statesmen are clear at odds with one another. At odds, counsel? Explain yourself. Please don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. What? I just want to get this dusted. Well, juror number 3. Oh, me, sir? What? What do you mean? Juror number's 5 words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. I like that he's like moving around while talking and thinking. It's technology has really, a video game has really like gone a long way. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of second-hand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road. Oh yes, of course! What do you think, sir? Well, yes, you can argue with that, really, can you? We must have had a rig good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way. So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose that he must have. I suppose that must be right. Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone round the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. Yes! My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may. Yes? I don't think in all good conscience that I can say that the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. Whoop, 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 whoop. Take that, Van Zeeks. What about you, sir? Hey, who, me? Well, alright then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument. It should be filled in. That's what I say. Whoop, whoop, whoop! Look at that! 2 people! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Well done, Mr. Naruto. That was wonderful! Well, we managed to change a couple of minds at least. It straightened our position somewhat. Yes, and this will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if the current leanings are really right or not. Now, if only we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that will make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely. Yes, that's exactly what we got to do. Manzix is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's why we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal. Wait, where is this bottle of wine? I keep checking the bottle of wine if it's still there. Thank you, counsel. On with the submission examination, please. Yes, my lord. I have to say not guilty at this point, so I can see where this trial goes from here. Oh wait, whether it's digging up rolls or digging up the truth, you've got to see it through to the end, haven't you? Your books, yes, nice shop that, but Bourbon books? No, not worth a visit. Cute.
Hold it!
Sorry, hold it, you say? Hold what? No, what I say is hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often? I like the old books they have in there. Yes, I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about. And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question? Well, I was picking up books there all afternoon, and it were just about before 5 that I left. And that's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're talking about. Just before 5, you say, exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time? Yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after that dreadful time I had. What do you mean? Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and dunked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Oh, hold on! He's the guy in the green jacket! Oh my gosh. This happened on Calabash Road? That's right, I live in Cornpipe. You see, heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books. Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant. Oh, sorry, what? Extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now. You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruto. Yes, just 2 more to go. They're the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here. Wish I knew how to do that, the Susato takedown. I suppose the words will have to suffice for now. I think I'm ready to pit. Wait. The green. Okay, so pit. Her. And this guy.
Objection!
These 2 statements clearly show that a flaw in the juror's reasoning. A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel? Well, juror number 2. Juror number 6. Why, whatever you mean, sir. I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact in which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly states that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot. But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey. That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes. Yes, we're very well aware of all this. The poor young woman was stopped, obviously.
Objection!
Can we really be sure of that, madame? Mike, whatever do you mean? I'm sure you heard juror number 6 account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over the icy streets in the neighborhood. Oh my! My goodness, you mean? That's right, I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing juror number 6. Are you really suggesting that the person in green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today? That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Whoa, look at that. My goodness me. Sorry, you need a pee? And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, if the person who Mr. Nasmith saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. If that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home. Oh my! Good job, you idiot old man. If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we'd have boxed this off hours ago. Hey, really? What were you thinking wearing such a buff, befuddling coat? What did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk on the streets these days, sir? Is it a crime to sleep over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat? Is it? My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but you'd like to change your leaning, I presume. I do declare that I should like to call for verdict of not guilty. Thank you. And I would too. What? Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well... Well, the summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The eyes, too. The nose, 4. So the nose have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Oh, he's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it. Oh no, he didn't. He just broke it with his hand. Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Zeeks. It seems I must retract my earlier remark. What do you mean? I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful.
Bruh.
Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
hell no!
Oh my gosh. Eh? Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth. Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir. That's right. Took me the whole day and they paid me measly tuppence for it. Now, my learned police friend, tell me, do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? Well, I don't have a clue. I also don't have a clue. 2 yards is a little less than 2 meters. Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, a distance rarely vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. But he said that people who came had to turn around. That's what he said, the juror. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no. What? And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works? I would dream of it. What a waste of time. What? No coaches would have had hope of passing anyway. We just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just shove right over us all the time. Oh, god dang it. The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. What? I have little doubt, however, that you could spring over a 2-yard trench in these meanderings over town. Ah, is that true? Is it? The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road. Crushed in a single sentence. Okay, but like which books? Old man. Cold man. Cold man, you can talk? You say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious looking police behind you at the time? Oh, I can't say as I remember. You don't remember? How about a wager, my learned friend? You say that it was this old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1. I guess you'll be able to prove it. Oh, it's true, we can't prove it. Order! Order! Lord Van Zix, explain yourself. My lord? If you had such a trench argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not offer it during the summation examination? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What are you talking about? My lord. The prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses. Its next witnesses? Mr. Naruto, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident. Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less. I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witnesses. Alright, no matter who Van Zix brings to the stand as witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end until this battle is over. Okay, hold on. Oh, they're so cute! Wait. Okay, wanna look at them, but unfortunately it will have to be next time. They were cute! Okay, Oh, I already did though. Oh, I'll save just to be sure. All right, this is gonna be it for this stream. I streamed like maybe 50 minutes more than I was supposed to. You have to you have to go to sleep too. Yes, I was supposed to end at midnight, but it's like midnight 53. I got so invested in the game that I just kept going. Anyway, I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to stream because I will be taking the plane on Wednesday, and I kind of have to get some stuff ready. I don't know if I'm going to be shopping tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna see who I can raid. But yeah, we'll see if I stream tomorrow. If I do, maybe later than usual. Time flies when you're having fun. I know, right? Oh, let's see here. But anyway, thank you so much for coming in, Guava. I really appreciate it. Have a good night. And you too, Somber, if you're going to sleep. Let's see who's streaming. Oh, Ducky is streaming right now. Okay, I'm going to raid Ducky. I've never raided Ducky Daring before. So yeah. Let's go and say hello to a fellow Nancy Drew streamer. And if you want, I have this little raid message over here that you could copy and paste once you get there. But that's up to you. That's up to you. Anyway, I will let y'all know if I stream tomorrow. But if not, I appreciate y'all. And I will see you after my vacation, which will be Wednesday, not the coming Wednesday, the Wednesday afterwards. Yeah, good night, Somber. I really appreciate y'all. It's been fun. Anyway, have a good night.